If the ecumenical movement is astonishing in its breadth and scope, the interfaith movement is possibly even more astounding, and it was a feature of the late 20th century and beyond. In 1986, Pope John Paul II, not known as a theological maverick nor avant-garde thinker, gathered in Assisi leaders of all the major world religions in a symbolic gesture to say, we are all here. We are all here seeking peace, seeking God, seeking the betterment of the world. In that symbolic gesture, he epitomised what's been a transformation of relationships between the great world religions. For centuries, Judaism and Christianity has been riven with dispute and characterised by mutual suspicion. Still worse, the relationship between Christianity and Islam. The relationship with the Eastern traditions of Hinduism, Buddhism and Sikhism, insofar as they were existent, were not positive. So this change, this sea change in attitudes, can only be ascribed to a seeking of common cause, and again, like in the case of ecumenism, an idea that whether people believe the same thing, they can do the same thing. Whether people believe doctrinally different things, it doesn't mean to say they can't make common cause in doing good things. Where does that leave the role of Christ, the notion of salvation being uniquely ascribed to him, who is the name by which all men are saved, and the unique only way, truth and life? Well, it leaves it as a question that's live in theological discourse today, and whether you're a Paul Nitterman, a Jacques Dupuy, or Gavin da Costa, a Aficionado, these are the kind of scholars that are worth pursuing, exploring, in dealing with these discussions and questions that are live today. For my own part, I think that the curious thing is the way we understand salvation at all. By and large, I tend to think that the hardest task that Jesus has with any of us is to save us from ourselves. But this idea that there is an eternal and heavenly destiny for all of humanity is not new. It's something that Origen, one of the first and earliest Christian theologians, proposed. And it's something that others these days are beginning to think of again. The idea that heaven is a place divided by walls so that people don't realise others with whom they disagreed are in it is maybe something that's not as popular as it once was. We have to leave it to the future to see whether interfaith will lead to greater peace on earth, greater understanding